Yo, attention, YouTubers. I got a Trayvon Martin hoodie. You can go to liberatepeople.com and they will donate. I'm not sure about the percentage, but they'll donate 15% to the Trayvon Martin Foundation. For those who don't know about the story of Trayvon Martin, please Google it, YouTube it. It's very, very terrible situation that has happened several years ago, almost a decade ago. But anyways, the message of this video will be generosity motivation. Generosity motivation. This is Martin Luther King Day. Martin Luther King, of course, was a dreamer, a philanthropist. He was a pastor. He was a minister. He was a revolutionary. He was a rebel. Some may call him a thug. Because anytime that you're trying to do social change and try to grow as a people and stand up for injustice, they're going to call you any name in the book. But you got to stand up to injustice anyways. Excuse me. So when I talk about generosity motivation, if you know about me, I like to travel. I'm not really big into materialism. I'm not really big on those things. And I can't really travel the way we used to because of the pandemic. So what I'm really interested in is giving back. Just to give you some motivation, really, this is not to brag or to boast. This is just based on my current financial situation. I had to pay let me get this straight, $5,400 in tithes. That is, I'm a Christian, for those who don't know, and I put $5,400 in tithes. So $2,600, let me get it right. $2,600 to one of the churches that I go to, and $2,600 to the other church that I go to. I believe that's right. $2,600. Let me get my pen real quick. Just make sure these calculations are legit. So we got $2,600. It wasn't $2,600. It was $2,700. My bad. $2,700 to each of the two churches. And for those who don't know how I handle my Roth, it's like, okay, well, you work at the grocery store. How do you contribute to or max out your Roth IRA? I already maxed out my Roth IRA last Tuesday, and today is the 17th. Tomorrow's the 18th, so I will max it out on the 11th. So on the 11th of January. So I do that because one account that I have, I put that money, I take 10% loss, so I take $7,000 out. I'm left with $6,300. $6,000 of that I use to pay to donate into my Roth IRA, and the other $300, I have to also pay $350 on that for tithes. So generosity, being able to give. Now tithes is not really a form of generosity, but tithes, well, I say it's not a bill, but it's an obligation that we as Christians give to God. And also, one thing I don't think I mentioned in some of these videos is the thing that I did before I got into debt, while I was in debt, and now that I'm debt free. It's this one major key that I always did. Yeah, you guessed it. Giving. I always pay my tithes. Sometimes I couldn't pay my tithes. It was between, getting to church or getting gas or getting food. But, I always caught up on my tithes. I always made sure I gave God 10%. A lot of people, they think they can't give God 10%, but they can go out every weekend. They can do hookah every weekend. They can drink every weekend. They can go to brunch every weekend. They can go shopping. They can go here, there, and everywhere and fly and travel and vacation, but they don't pay God their money. I mean, this is Christian principles. These are most millionaires give. If you want to be a millionaire, be a giver. Not saying that's a direct connection, but if you want to start thinking and acting like a millionaire, you got to do some sacrifices. You got to give. You got to be wealthy, and you got to give to be wealthy. Because wealthy people give, poor people give, people that don't have any faith, people that are non-religious, they give. So giving is a principle that works for everybody, no matter your race, your background, your social and economic background, your sexual orientation, or what have you. Giving is a principle that works. The Bible says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and runneth over, as man will pour into your bosom. Your cup will runneth over." I'm able to be in a position where I'm trying to help out other people. And for those of you, I know that many of you don't look at the videos, and that's cool. Hopefully it impacts the people that it impacts. But what I'm going to let you know, that one of my giving challenges that I'm trying to do is I have 10 organizations in mind that stand up for social injustice in the black and brown community, and injustice for all, for injustice for all, that fights against this social injustice for the organizations. And you have people that are incarcerated, wrongly incarcerated, people that need to get their records expunged, and these organizations help with that. These 10 organizations that I plan to give back $1,000 each to. Yes, you said it right. $1,000 each. That's $10,000 to each organization to give back and to help them with their philanthropic efforts. That's one of my biggest. That's one of my biggest goals. I don't know if I can do it this year, but hopefully I'll be able to do it next year, and I'll be able to give $10,000 back to these organizations that need it. So that's my big give challenge. So many people around the world are celebrating Martin Luther King Day. This great man of God, this minister, this drum major of justice, and we're celebrating him. But the best way to celebrate a man's life and his legacy is to give back. To give back to charity, to give back to your family, to give back to your friends, to give back to yourself, to get out of debt. Instead of putting it as a day off, we could use this as a day on for service, whether that's volunteering your time, your money, or your efforts, especially in the fight to create social justice, to create equality, the pursuit of happiness for all. If you're not on this earth to leave the world a better place than you left it, then what are you on this earth for? To make it a worse place? Are you making it a better place by your existence, or are you making it a worse place? There's either or. And I will conclude with this quote from Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant said, "Why do you play the game of basketball? Why do you play it? If you're not playing basketball to be the best basketball player, you don't need to be playing this game at all." Because Kobe Bryant, as many of you know, he took this game was life or death. This game was serious for him. That's what that Mamba mentality is. Outside of my family, there's nothing more important than basketball. The club is not more important than basketball. The parties are not more important than basketball. These women are not more important than basketball. These groupies, these whatever is not more important than basketball. And that's the same thing you have to do when it comes to your wealth, when it comes to your family, when it comes to your generational wealth, your legacy. Nothing's more important. Nothing. Nothing's more important for being there for your family. Nothing more important than being there for you. Because what people don't tell you is you can create either generational wealth or you can create generational poverty. Now I know that there's a such thing as an upper middle class, but let's face it, the pandemic proved that either you're broke with a job, you're rich with your job, or you don't have a job, or you're retired. So you working middle class is just a broke person with a job. A homeless person is just somebody without a job at all. And now there are great jobs that you're able to provide for yourself, but Are you able to live the life that you want to live based on your income streams? That's either a yes or no question. I don't get into the classism. Can you build your, are you in a position where you can give your kids a better life than you had? Not just financially, but emotionally and mentally. This is very important. Can you pay for your kids' college in cash? Can you give them a car in cash? That's what I'm talking about. Anybody can get on a payment plan. We all been on payment plans. You look at anybody's family tree. Somebody's been on a payment plan. Not everybody, nobody was born rich. Somebody had to be the first one to be broke. Someone had to be the first millionaire in their family. Somebody had to be the first billionaire in their family. And it starts with you. You are the only person you need. You can make that change. You are your biggest problem, but the good news is you are also your biggest solution. Happy Martin Luther King Day. If you want to message me any questions, you can drop it down low in the video, or you can hit me up on my IG DMs. I'm actually taking a break from my IG right now on the social media fast, but I will get back to all your messages. And I just want to let you know that you can do it. I don't care where you come from. I don't care who you are. I don't care your background. I don't care how worse it was. You can become a millionaire. You can become a billionaire. You can become debt free and change your family tree forever and leave a great legacy, just like Martin Luther King did. Rashad the Great. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn your notifications on, because you never know when I'm dropping another video, and I always come to motivate you. Have a great day. I'm out.